What's going on, everybody? My name is Dre Mosley. I have to record this video for my marketing class that talks about business concepts that I learned from a book. The book that I chose to read is called Mob Rules by Louis Ferrante. He's a former associate of the Gambino Mafia family, and throughout his time through there, in his 8 years, he learned several things in the Mafia that he can apply to legitimate business. One of the first chapters that I saw that really stood out to me was chapter 6, when he talks about avoiding office politics. To me, I think that's very important because, as we know, griping is what it's called in the military in a way. It can be very detrimental to an organization because it causes the workers to not be able to function together due to the drama that it brings. I'm going to ask some fellow friends of mine what they think about this chapter and how they can apply it to their life. What's going on, everybody? Today I'm here with
Giacomo Sabatino.
Cool. What's going on, Sabatino? We're reading this book called Mob Rules, and on one of the first chapters, on chapter 6, he talks about avoiding office politics and why he thinks that's important. How do you think avoiding office politics can be important to you and how you can apply it to your life?
So, avoiding office politics is very interesting and intrinsic because, well, first off, I worked in food service for many years. Like, I was a barista at a coffee shop. And you very quickly learn that office politics breeds drama, and drama breeds ignorance, and ignorance breeds failure and deficiency in terms of what the business is intending to produce. You know, so like the overall efficiency of the company will dwindle as its employees become distracted and things start to fall apart because, well, you know, after all, everyone's a cog in a machine. If you get outside your head about that, it never ends well.
Right, exactly. So, like, I get what you're saying. If you're, like, focused on office politics and grabbing and complaining, it makes it hard to work with the people you're working with and leads to the business being less effective than it was before.
Yeah.
That makes sense, man. Thanks for your response.
Of course. Thank you.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Just previously, we talked about avoiding office politics and why that would be beneficial to our organization and why you as a leader should seek to make sure that your subordinates aren't politicking because that can be very detrimental to the effectiveness of your team. The next thing I want to talk about is motivating your people and how that can be beneficial to your organization and how it could actually increase your team's output. What's going on, everybody? Today I'm here with
Matthew Gribble.
What's up, Gribble? If you could briefly just talk about how motivating your people could prove beneficial to an organization and how you like to apply it to your life.
Motivating people is huge because if they're not motivated, they're not going to put in the effort for the task, they're not going to be efficient, they're not going to work hard. The way to motivate people is to give them the why on why they're doing something. If I have 100 people under me and I'm the boss, and I tell them move 1,000 pounds of boxes from this spot to this spot, they might say, okay, that's stupid. They might not put in the work. But if I say move 1,000 pounds of boxes from here to here to help, it could be anything, kids in Africa, to help children's hospital, they're probably going to be a lot more motivated to do something. So that's a way to motivate people, give them the why. Another basic way that is used all the time is incentives. Companies use employee of the month, midshipman of the semester if you're an ROTC, maybe student athlete of the month. So giving them, your followers, the why and incentives is a good way to motivate your team.
Great. Thank you for that feedback. I agree with many things you said. If you give your people the why and let them know why they're doing something, it makes them much more likely to do it.
Perfect.
Thanks for your feedback.
Yep, thank you.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? We just got done talking about motivating your people and how that's beneficial to an organization. The next thing we're going to be talking about is the hands-on boss. What Louis Ferrante meant when he wrote this is pretty much the leader that instead of just pointing at a task and telling his followers to do it, he gets down and he gets there with his people. We're going to be talking about how that's also beneficial to the company and why you should think about employing it in your business strategies. I'm going to have a friend of mine speak about it. What's going on, everybody? I'm here with...
I'm Sam.
What's going on, Sam? If you don't mind, could you explain what you think about the chapter that Louis Ferrante discusses where he talks about the hands-on boss and how you think that you can apply that to an organization or how you use it in your own life?
Definitely. I think the hands-on boss probably makes the biggest difference. When I have a leader for me who gets down with me into whatever we're doing, I'm more motivated myself to join them. I'm more motivated to lead through example. And I think that's what's probably most important. If I have a leader who's telling me to go make that cabinet or study or anything like that, and I don't see them doing that themselves, it's really difficult for me to find my own motivation. And it may be difficult for the people that I'm leading to find their own motivation. So it's important to step up and show people you're willing to do the work.
Exactly. And thank you for your input.
Yeah, thanks.